Alright, so we got the Transformers Combiner Wars Silverbolt, and he's number 3 of 5, because now they have finally caught on. The Transformer collectors and stuff really dig combiners. So they got this whole Scramble City version 2 thing going on with, you got Superion, made up of all the aerial bots, except this first wave they give us drag strip instead of, I don't even remember the name of the other aerial bot. And then we also get an Optimus Prime now as a chest section, and then the other one is Menasor, which is made up of the Sunicons, which he belongs to. So they kind of did a thing where it wasn't all Autobots. They put in drag strip there, and shows you can put the different characters together from different factions. Here's the back of the box, and I'm really digging this packaging. I mean, it's got a little bit of a minimalist aspect to it, but it has some nice art. I'm really digging the art on there. Because you got Superion on one side and Silverbolt over here on the front, and you got the new, well, not really new, but you have like the Transformers Autobot logo on there. Really cool. So far, this is the only one that I've gotten. I got this guy off of Amazon. I've had him for like, I don't know, like a week or so. This is basically their new 2015 line. And yeah, so far it looks pretty good. Now I do have something about his hips I'll talk about once I get him out, and then yeah, then we'll get to the real review. So let's bust this guy out of his packaging. Alright, here's Silverbolt out of the packaging with all of his little accessories. He comes with his instructions, which pretty much just kind of fold out as a big double-sided little booklet. It's got this weird little extra flap that sticks out, so that's going to get all torn up and stuff. But I'll put all this stuff back in the box, and he'll be on the shelf. Came with a card, which, I dig the artwork and everything. But then on the back, instead of having his stats and everything, it's just that. So that's kind of disappointing, but it's cool they gave us one. You can tell they're just really trying to play catch-up with the third-party guys. And here's his weapon, which is in 2 pieces, and then you just snap it together there, and you have like basically Superion's rifle. I haven't double-checked or gone through all the instructions and stuff to see what you can do with the separated pieces yet, but I'll go through that before we get to his articulation and everything. And of course you get the figure himself, which is the same Concorde style jet that the original was based on. And then you get this really cool backdrop shadow box thing. Has like all the different combiners and stuff in there. It looks like all the aerial bots and stuff in there. Pretty neat. Look on the artwork. It doesn't have the doesn't have drag strip on there. It has the other guy. So pretty cool. All right. So let me do some quick review of the instructions here, and then we'll come back and check out his articulation. Alright, so here we go. His weapon, like I said earlier, comes in 2. And you can put the the gun in one hand. This becomes a shield for his arm over here, and this is totally how it is on the back of the packaging. I don't know why I didn't notice that initially, but yeah. So that's kind of neat. So you got his weapon. As far as his articulation goes, he's got like a standard ball jointy kind of head, even though he's like super boxy, so it's kind of like kind of hard to get a full range of motion, but you could if the little edges there weren't in the way. You have like a swivel at the shoulder, which is nice and clunky. You have to get the wings kind of out of the way there, but that's nice and ratchety. Same for that one. And his elbow's a little smooth but tight. And it's not really articulation, but I mean, if you needed to move his hand just a little bit as part of the transformation going into I think this is just for combined mode. You can move his hand a little bit if you needed to. No waist articulation due to his transformation and all that. But he does have some good leg articulation, because you can see his full hip there. The only thing that hinders him is the tail of the jet mode. But it goes all the way out. He has an upper thigh swivel. I mean, this goes up and everything nice and ratchety. He has like a nice smooth, fairly tight joint there that looks like it's supposed to be ratchety, but it's actually just a texture in there. And it's kind of double jointed. You get this little area right here where it can actually go down into it and all that. So that gives them like an extra joint. And you kind of have some foot articulation just due to the transformation down there. You know, see if you needed it moved, you know, you got that. You know, so pretty cool. Really dig this guy's articulation. Here he is on the back and all that. You can articulate the wings and all that. So there. Pretty cool. I haven't actually pulled out the G1 pictures because I'm always disappointed when I compare them. So I'm not going to even compare them to G1. I'm just let these combiner guys just stand on their own and only compare them to the stuff that I have in hand, because it's kind of silly for me to go through and say like, well, I think this and that and recolor this. Not even going to go there. Nice Autobot logo. Alright, so I'm going to think about doing the transformation here. So we'll do an edit and then we'll see if I'm going to transform this guy on camera or just alright, let's try to transform this guy. So pretty much the first thing you need to do is get rid of his head. So you need to just pop his upper chest open, fold his little head back like that, and now he's headless. Now you can fold the jet nose cone around, which is on a double joint. See how it's got the bar there, so you got the two joints. That way it folds flat on the back and everything. There we go. It has a nice rubbery nose on there too, by the way. So that's in there. Kind of get these wings up out of the way. You got a tail fin right here you can pop up. Right there, it's got a little hinge. Go either side. Like that. This is kind of weird. Let me see if I'm doing it right. Trying to remember. Fold the feet up. Fold the feet up. And then, is it this way? Yeah, I think it's this way. Fold these legs and you try to turn them over. And just kind of fold them in. You have this panel that's on the back of the legs. So when you got it like, you know, got the feet down there like that. Basically turn it to where you got, to where it's like this. And this panel folds out on the back side of the leg when it's a robot. And it ends up being a top side panel. Like that for the airplane. And from here, you can, let's see, what am I doing? Doing something not right is what I'm doing. Fix my tail. And then they go back this way. And there's a tab on the wing. And a slot right there in his arm. So you just got to figure out which way this thing goes so you can get this back. And there's a divot in the leg right there. Kind of see if it's in focus. See that divot? That's where the hinge for the fist, still out of focus, goes. So you pretty much just have to get the arm like that and it plugs in like so, and then this goes down, and that tab that I showed you a minute ago plugs into the forearm. So you got your slot. Let's see. Yeah. Let's go that way. The little part there catches. Got this little tab, and you just got to figure out how much bend you need in it. And there you go. Jet mode. So you get like the Concorde kind of look. It's like a modified wing. It has some of the design aesthetics to it. You can tell what it's supposed to be. You can tell what it's supposed to be from the This could either be Skylynx or Silverbolt, essentially. And then of course on the bottom you can plug in the weapons, and there are separate ports again, like that. Or you can combine them, like I like to do. And it kind of sucks because they don't really work that well like this, but there's two holes and they do kind of line up like that. And I'm not going to push it all the way in, just enough to hold it. And you can get the big cannon underneath there. So there we go. Woo, I transformed him. And then transforming him back, it's just a reverse process. Wings, tail fold over, arms. You don't really need to move his shoulders, I guess. I guess I moved them superfluously. I don't know. However you pronounce it. Get the arms kind of out of the way like that. Take the legs and pull them out. Get them out. Fold the panels in. And let's see. Rotate them around to where they're just like that. To the front and the feet. When you fold them up, it's really easy, of course. But then when you put them back, it's always kind of hard to get the thing out. If you can see, there's a little slot, divot, whatever, right there. A catch kind of thing on the back. Let you pull the whole foot out, and then to put the heel spur out, there's also like a little thing right there. So this is actually one of the better like designed figures I've seen in a while. I mean, compared to Roadbuster, that he looks really good, but there's like some design stuff that was like, what were they thinking? This guy pretty much makes up for that. This one so far, out of all my recent generations purchases, this guy's like pretty much a 10. I got nothing to really complain about this guy. But of course, I didn't own, and I haven't even attempted to put his head out right there like that. So hopefully you caught all that. It was just like, you know, I mean, this guy's super easy to transform. I mean, aside from figuring out which way the arms bend and stuff, I mean, this guy's super easy. I mean, this is something my 7-year-old could definitely do on his own. If you put the thing in her one-handed, the back of the gun tends to bow up like that, which kind of sucks. Like, I kind of wish they had done the attachment point a little bit differently for this, because it's kind of hard to get him to. He can't really hold the Superion gun very naturally, but then he gets the giant pistol. So there. And then, like I was talking about with the hips earlier, if you can see the hips, then they got these huge doggone pins, right? But then you look at the back side, and they're tiny back there. And the detail is the same on both sides of this. So I'm thinking about taking, you can't like just flip it over. Like if this was a, maybe you can. Can you flip it? No, you can't really flip it over. Because it's just not, it's got this material, like this isn't actually the hinge, it's material right there. The little part you see sticking up, it's not actually the hinge, so his leg only goes that far. So when you flip it over, like if you wanted to modify it without having to do anything, you couldn't actually get his leg to go down. So what I'm going to do, what I figured out, is to get it switched around to where I have the small pins right here when he's in robot mode, which is how it'll be displayed. I guess I ought to check and see what it looks like in his combined mode first. But I figured out that if I go through and take these screws out in the body, there's like 1, 2, and then the very end down here 3, I can split this apart, take these out, switch the sides on these, and these legs will just pop out. They just have like the tension thing right there you can see. So I should be able to just take the leg and just like pop it off and swap legs. And then he'll have the small pins facing forward and won't have those big silver pins on there. And that's like my only real complaint about this guy. I love him. Great logos on there. His paint looks good. His colors are good. I mean, he's a combiner core kind of guy. I don't know what's bad to say about him. Nothing. I mean, this is like if this is your average figure, this line's going to be great. That's all I'm going to say about that. So, and probably this whole thing's been out of focus. So if it has, I apologize, or I may reshoot it. But still pretty cool. His head for combiner mode is down in his abdomen. And it's kind of neat. I just kind of wish that these things are like super rubbery. So I'm not going to go into his combiner mode. I just wanted to show you his head in there. Just that's what those things were sticking out. It's kind of weird. But it's alright. Looks like just some kind of details in there. Cool guy. Very cool guy. Can I recommend this figure? Absolutely. 2 thumbs up. I'm going to go 9.75. I'd give him a 10 if it hadn't been for those pins. There's no screw holes in robot mode. You know, you do get some knee pins from the sides, but that's fine. I mean, I'm not going to go through and switch those out, but like those are the things that will stand out. That's my only real complaint, which is amazing. So there you go. The Transformers 2015 Combiner Wars Silverbolt. So hopefully my other aerial bots get here soon. They're on order and sitting in my loot. I think somewhere in my loot and somewhere in my on the box that's coming to me. So I should have 1 or 2 of them here pretty soon. And yeah, so there we go. Comment down here, like over here, like subscribe over here, wherever that button doggone is gone. Keep on playing with your toys because I do. And yet again, thanks for watching, guys.